Hey guys, Brian Ralph here, and in today's layout update video, first you might notice, it's a disaster. Yes, it is. This is holding down cork. I'm going to be putting pins in to hold the cork down and everything, but until I get this kind of up to this entire sheet done, I'm not going to do it, so I'm just using some of the boxes to hold down the weight. But as you can see, I'm doing cork. I made a little bit of a mistake here with the curve, but, well, not a mistake, but I had a little bit left on the sheet I was using, so I just wanted to use it up, because I have a whole bunch here. But now you can see here, now, I'm not going to use any of these brass switches. I'm going to switch them out for nickel plate, but just until they're the same size, so while I'm waiting for them, I'm still going to use them just to be in a placeholder. So you can see here, it's going to be the industrial spur line. I'm going to have a little break off here. It might wind up going that way, but I think it's just going to be dual track, like sidings almost, with the industry on each side. And there is going to be a turntable. I've been writing on these pieces of paper, and I've been putting where I want things. So the main station's here, main layout industry, turntable, and then the yard's also going to come into here. The turntable is going to be here with one line probably coming to it, probably really close to the shed like that, and then the sidings and everything will come out like this. Next, as we move along, as I said, main station. Next, you can see this is now the spur line for this, this is where the little village is going to be. Now you can see the small town industry is going to be something like here. It might just be like a little pulp mill or a small grain elevator. Haven't decided what the big industry is going to be, because if it's going to be a big fancy grain elevator, I might do this as like something else. But if it's not, then I might make this a little baby grain elevator. Then I'll do the little town here. I'll do a little bridge for both I'll do a little road / walkway bridge, so that people can get to their side, so they can get to the main station, and so then they can get to, if they want to drive to the station, to the sheds, they could. Next we come along here is, I'm putting like little signal bits down here. Now these are just old lifelike ones. They aren't powered, as you can see, but they're good little placeholders. Like these little guys, for example, are going to be used for little sidings like this, whereas going onto the main line will be the big ones. Now again, this is a placeholder bridge till this bridge I've ordered comes in. It's the same size, so I just have the track butted up against it, because it's identical. It's literally the identical length to this. So it's helpful. And I just kick some of the easier track on there. It was on here before for testing. Now again, it does get a little messy here because I'm working currently on it. You can kind of see the main industry is going to be there. Then right here we're going to have a point. And I think what it might do is start branching off, and then we'll have a bunch of sidings here. And then it'll still branch off like this. But then here we're going to have the turntable. And then, I'll have a few tracks off the end of the turntable, but not many. It's mainly so I can turn things around. Now, some like this, my 5MT, are just going to be too big to put on a turntable. I grabbed the DCC one, or the DC one. That's the DCC one. But if I wanted a turntable that's big enough to carry one of these guys, you can see how big it has to be. I'm just gonna try to get one this big, but if I can't, I'm not gonna worry about it. Oh yeah, and in the sheds here, got my DCC Sound CP locomotive that you guys haven't seen yet, until now, I guess. And two little shorts, and then, of course, 6789, my first steam engine. Also, both of them DCC. This guy has sound. That guy is just DCC and silent, because I put a chip in that one. Yeah, so I will be cutting pieces like this off, because I'm going to be putting point motors on all of these. In fact, that's why this one's off here. It actually belongs to the point that's underneath here currently. I'm going to put them all to be point motors underneath, although the ones that, like this one's going to, the ones with the manual point motors are going to be the first, or the ones with none. And I'll put them in the underboard ones. They'll just go underneath here, and then I'll put a little cut in the foam here to run the wires out. But it should be fairly simple. Now, for those wondering, wait, why is there cork like this? Well, there's no cork underneath these guys there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Under the rail, there's no cork. Because for some reason, these doors hit the top of the rail when I just had them on the foam. All this on the foam, not even this building on the cork. So I just did that just as so it works better. That's why I still put cork around on the inside. But I didn't put it underneath the tracks on the inside, so I'd cut that out. Otherwise, I would have loved to have kept them the same. But yeah, so that's why I did that. Just going to fill this in when this is ballasted. it'll look fine. Now you might notice these are fairly narrow strips. I've cut these out this way deliberately, and they are not angled. The reason why I'm not angling them is a lot of people wouldn't know this, but the Brandon CP yard, some of it are very steep drop-offs, and you can actually see the edges of the ties, like the very sides of the ties. I know this because I work for the city, and I happen to use a riding lawnmower alongside the CP tracks. I can get within, I think it's like 5 feet of the ballast, or no, 2 feet of the ballast. And then typically it's about 3 to 4 feet away from the ballast at the closest. Now, so I've seen up close, and I decided I'm going to have mine like that. Now, underneath the bridge here, I am going to put some girders, because this part here is going to be angled, of course. I'm deciding I'm going to use those girders. They're a little messed up, and I don't really like them. I'm probably just going to get new girders, or new piers. But I'm not still 100% sure on that yet. Now, oh, that guy's... Yeah, and these gaps will be filled in with these little ties that I've broken off of them along the way when I need to put these kinds of things down. Now on this side, as you can see, I still have the solid piece of track. I haven't cut any piece out yet. But over here, you can see I've actually cut the piece. What the Huh? Hold up, the what? Did I put this on backwards or something? Like, what the? Did I put this on backwards? I did put it on backwards, apparently. That's embarrassing. Oh, wait. You guys can't see it here, but I'm just gonna quickly fix it. Now that I can see that, I've done that. Somehow managed that. That's really weird. I'm gonna fix that. But as you can see, I have cut this to be right length, as I said I would. The reason for cutting it to be the same length is just so that way, again, if I have to move the layout, it's as simple as just pulling the pieces of foam apart, because there will already be the cuts in the track that are needed. Which, believe it or not, makes a huge world of difference. I would try to film this, but the cork really wants to roll back up into a spool on me. And if those are wondering if pinning it's going to work, it should work. I don't really want to glue it, just because I don't really trust myself. And quite honestly, as we all know, I haven't actually done any of the painting or anything yet on this layout. I'm just getting all these pieces cut, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use pins, and I'm going to pin let's pin this back down actually. I'm going to pin through the track holes there. I'm going to pin it into the cork, and that way when I go to flip these boards around, so this is actually in the middle, it will all still be together. The reason why I haven't done that right now is I'm still figuring all this out, and I want to cut the cork down all to size, and that way when I do things like pin it, what I can do is I can, on the other side of the cork, I can write 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, I mean for the entire main line, and then for the main industry, I'll put M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, and blah 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 blah. Small town, blah blah blah, or town spiral project, so I'll just call it T. And then for that little industry there, I'll do TI for town industry. And then for the turntable and the yard, I'll just put a Y, and then 1. It's assuming that won't degrade the cork, of course. I mean, if Sharpie, for example, degrade the cork, I won't do that. I'll have to do some research quickly into that first, but thank you so much for watching this update video. And hopefully in the next update video, I have, well, some more progress done on the site. I've already done quite a bit, so hopefully we'll have some more done soon.